JumpStart is the oldest grant program that SAWVideo has. I think we started it long before I showed up on the scene in about 1986. So I actually made my first video at SAWVideo through the JumpStart program in 1990. So that's how long it's been around.
So the film, it's like a post-apocalyptic film set in winter. I really want to do like a dark film set in winter that kind of take place in the post-apocalyptic world, but in more extreme weather conditions, because that's not really something that's covered a lot. And plus, blood on snow looks really pretty.
It's about the main character's internal struggle with making the right decision.
What we wanted to explore was kind of a protagonist that you don't know if you side with him or not. So it's kind of like a journey that the audience goes on with him, and you don't know if you're with him or not for it. We walk the line of whether or not you
agree with the decisions he's making.
Yes.
It's called Dear Donovan. It's about a young boy in sort of adolescent years who has an elder brother who's living in an urban environment. It's very violent, and it actually is quite homophobic. When he comes in, was where he's actually forced to join his brother's gang because he's being pressured by the other gangs, and he's being put in danger. Ultimately, what happens is he sort of starts to fall, I wouldn't quite say in love, but he starts to have feelings for an individual on the other side, on the other gang.
Well, the Limestone Players is actually Limestone Players Traveling Theatre Troupe, about this theatre troupe in Kingston. And is comprised of young adults with intellectual disabilities, and they perform for many different types of audience. And the traveling part is they go from elementary school to elementary school, and even sometimes to different cities, different organizations hire them to perform their play that they work on from the beginning of the school season in September right to June.
My film's name is Rumba para Sobrevivir, which means in English, the translation would be Rumba to Survive, and it's about Afro-Cuban rumba, which originated in Cuba, obviously. And the name kind of signifies the evolution of rumba, so whether it will survive, and you find out in the movie, and also it highlights different people that are in the scene of rumba in Cuba and how they live off rumba as musicians and also as dancers, and so that's kind of the double meaning of the title.
SAW is just like a really generally wonderful thing in many ways, whether it's like the people or the resources or just the general workshops and things that they can offer you. It's really great. So it helped me throughout the project, just in times where I was like, I need this equipment, or I'm not sure how to fix this, can someone help me? Or they have really awesome color grading suites. Just everything about it is great.
I wanted to apply for the JumpStart, but I wasn't sort of hesitant, and then I thought about the film for a while, and I thought, you know what, this could be a great JumpStart, so I applied, and lo and behold, about May or June, they gave me the go-ahead. So I immediately started casting and putting a crew together.
Having a mentor was the biggest thing that we took away from this. Having someone who was there to kind of guide us and help us make the right decisions, but also help us a lot with the technical aspects of making a film.
We're completely self-taught, and we come from different backgrounds. I'm from theater, he's from music. That's mainly our thing. We're coming together to make film, so there's a lot of technical things that we don't know about. So having a mentor was just either making sure we're on the right track or telling us that what to do correctly. And besides that, the mentorship program is giving us access to all the equipment, so our film has looked and sounded the best that we've ever done.
I never would have been able to do this without the push, the impetus, and of course also the support. So I learned a lot in the process, and I actually didn't think I was going to finish. So the fact that I'm here is like a big accomplishment. I'm very happy about that.
Well, I think it's interesting that with the rise of digital equipment, everybody has their own camera, everybody can edit at home. I think JumpStart becomes all the more important because it takes people out of their basements, their bedrooms, off their laptops, wherever they're editing, and takes them out of their comfort zone to a certain degree, makes them go through the process of writing a grant, applying for a grant, articulating their project in writing, and then bringing it to life with, bringing a more professional approach to their work. And also, they have to, we have a stipulation that they're, as much as possible, they should edit here, partly because more and more people edit with headphones. They edit on 15-inch laptops. That is not, in my opinion, a professional way to edit a video. That you need to have a big screen, you need to see how the edits speak to each other, you need to have proper sound monitoring and all of that. So we're trying to introduce them to a more professional mode of production. Oh, JumpStart will totally continue going and going and going as long as SAWVideo is around. It's our most popular program. If anything, the mentorship program, the mentorship component is something that we're now bringing to one of our other, our Aboriginal Voices program will be revised this year and launched in the fall as a mentorship program as well, based on what we've learned in this program.